Hey everyone, welcome to the video today. Thanks for joining. I'll start with my normal disclaimer. This is not financial advice. You're responsible for your own trades, your own actions. What I'll be doing is just giving my opinion on the overall state of the market. So I do plan to have this pretty short. I want to keep this within 5 or 10 minutes, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I know I've said that before, but I really do think this will be a short video today. So basically, I want to talk a little bit about the wedges that we're in, the current pennant wedges, whatever you want to call them. So basically, we are inside of a rather large pennant that we can see here, and I'm on a 3-hour chart, but if I go out to say a daily chart, you can definitely see there is a pennant or a wedge that is in the middle of being formed. We can see that we've got a pretty decent floor that's forming here. I'll move back to a 3-hour chart. Kind of clean things up a little bit. We definitely have a floor that's forming right here in this range that we're currently in right now. We have penetrated this zone, but I do expect, anywhere between 8,900 and $9,500, kind of where we're at right now. I expect these to be, an important areas to look into. Of course, looking at this from an Elliott perspective, I do see that we are in a little bit of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're in the middle of heading down. I do think that we probably will touch 9,000 again. I also think that 9,000 is probably going to be the bottom right now. I know there's a lot of people that are waiting for 8,500 to hit. So when you have so many people waiting for something to hit like this, usually it means it's not going to happen. I know somebody that was waiting for, I'm going to buy at 4,500, I'm going to buy at 4,600, and it just never got there. And not that I think that that's what's going to happen. I do think that at some point in the future we probably will go down to 4,500, 4,600. But fact of the matter is we are much, much higher than that. We are more than double that price right now. I do think we have a higher likelihood of hitting 8,500 and moving up versus hitting 8,500 and just continuing to fall. Of course, it would be absolutely devastating for anybody that has taken on any long positions in this area to see the price break 9,000 or break 8,500. I do want to see a nice wick, but for the time being, we are inside of this wedge and we do have to pay attention to it. And actually, I had this trend line drawn yesterday, and sure enough, we went down, hit it almost perfectly when we got to that level, about 93.21 or so. We hit that just overnight, just a few hours ago. And we are seeing a nice reaction here. I do see our Stokes are oversold, which is why I do think that we're in for a bit of a bounce. And although I do think that this is probably going to be, it's going to be kind of a weak reaction. So if I take Fibonacci and I go from the swing high to the swing low, I do think chances are pretty good that we're going to get rejected here at about 98.88, 9,900. Maybe we break 10,000, we go to 10,050, 10,060. So I do think that there is a little bit of an opportunity for a long position here. Definitely set your stop losses. Set your stop loss right down here at the bottom of this wick if you decide to buy at this point. Because if we take out this low at about 93.21, well, then we are breaking below this pennant, which really means we're going to be going lower, and that's going to bring 9,000, 8,500 more into the spotlight. So if we do happen to get up here, a lot of things that I'm going to be paying attention to, and let me move out to a 30-minute chart to show this to you and illustrate. So if I'm going out to a 30-minute chart, I want to pay attention to this wick that we had up here when we went up to 10,800. Obviously, that was a trick to get people either to to get trapped in long positions, but also to take out the stop losses that were sitting there for shorts. But we rejected. This is the daily 21 exponential right here. We rejected off that very, very cleanly. And basically we got a front run here. We didn't quite get close to it, and then we rolled over. You can see we have a couple other moving averages here that we're needing to pay attention to now that we are below the 21 exponential on the on the daily, let's pay attention to the 4-hour, which is signified here in yellow, and the 3-hour, which is signified here in orange. So as I was mentioning before, as we're looking at a retrace from this swing high up here to this swing low down here, we have, we have our 382, which is sitting right here, basically in between the 3-hour and the 4-hour 21 exponential. So that's at about 98.88. So somewhere between these two levels here, which is about 98.35 and 9900, these are going to be very strong resistance points, which is why I'm saying if you absolutely need to take a long here, I would go ahead and long, and I would tend to close it around 9,900. So you're going to sit yourself with about a 4% profit. If you're using 10x leverage, you're looking at a 43% profit, although you do need to pay attention to the stop loss down here. So you're going to have about a 1.79% loss. With leverage, that would be about 17.9%, 18% loss for a potential 43% gain. Not real good odds in my opinion, but if you're playing the waves, you're playing the swings, this is an opportunity for you to potentially make a little bit of profit. Again, this is not my financial advice. This is just what I would do if I were to be rushing into a trade right now. I would look to go long, and I would look to have this be my stop loss. Be very careful with that, and make sure you do use the stop loss. So that's very important. So that's what I would say for a long position right now. So as I promised, I'd keep this short and sweet. That's the play that I currently see right now. We just dumped quite a bit, and although there is a potential for us to take out this low down here, I would be looking for long positions at this point. To short right now, while on the grand scheme of things it could make sense, but we just basically had a huge loss. I think it was something like a 6% loss just in the last day or so. So to short at this point, you don't want to get trapped on a short position or a selling position, and then you're going to find yourself as the price gets up here, basically where we're saying to take profit on a long, you're going to be thinking to yourself, oh geez, now the price has recovered a whole bunch, now I need to get in a position, when right now we're saying that is when you should get out of your long position, because it would look that this is going to be significant resistance. The 3-hour and the 4-hour 21 exponential, that's going to be where I'm going to be looking to take profit off the table if I were to be in a long position from here. And just for the record, I am looking to get into a long position. I'll likely be looking into getting into a long position somewhere around here, around 94.75. So, give or take about $30 kind of from where we're at right now. I know that's not a whole lot, but when you're talking 10x leverage, every few dollars could be a significant amount. So yeah, I think that's all I've got for right now. Feel free, of course, if you have any questions, hop in the Discord, DM me if you'd like an invite to it. I'm more than happy to have any conversations out there. So that's what I got for you. So hopefully everyone has a good day, and I'll catch you all later.